do this one because Arnie wanted me to do it. Yeah. It's called the Hard-On Chronicles.
Wait, what? What's it called?
Huh?
What was it called?
You heard?
I'm gonna write it.
It's called the Hard-On Chronicles.
Thank you.
And I'll do half it because, hard on. This is a poem about me being too hard on myself. At the same time, it's about the hard on I just woken up to. I haven't had one of those in months. And it's only recently that I've on myself. Is there a connection between the two? The more rage that I have towards myself, the more easily it shrinks. And the more easy I am on myself, the more raging the hard on is. Man, it nearly poked the moon out of its orbit today. Jeez. That line was because everyone loves the moon metaphor. Hard on part 2. This one is about just my erection. Because it happened again. And I kind of feel like Otis from Sex Education. Inside that one scene from season 1. How do I approach this old enemy/friend? Do I court it? Insert a picture of my penis in a Britney gown. Before I touch it. I don't even want to look at it in its one eye. I might freeze. And I never freeze. Insert that one scene from Wakanda where Shuri laughs. But it's one of Medusa's snakes and if I can't charm it right, then I might just turn to stone.
Hey.
Hard on part 3. So, I think I finally broke it. Quite hard on that is.
Plot twist.
After being subject to a quiet, dark room for most of the night, I set it free to enjoy the light. It's solely a trick of the mind, because I'm a mind. I let it get happy, brought it close to water, then it stood up in attention. My arm reversed in its direction, then the invigorated invigoration started. He tried holding in all his secrets, sealed, but he's only navy, couldn't handle the wave, started to cry and gushed out all his semen. And I howled to the moon like a wild, wild wolf. I don't know about the moon metaphor, but yeah, thanks. So it's been, hi, I'm Aman.
Hey, Aman.
It's 4 years to the day since I had my first psychosis episode. So this whole set will be around psychosis. That comes into play in yeah. The first one is called Overdose. And it's about an overdose that I overdosed with. Overdose. It was a Sunday, I think. At least that was what the drugs were telling me. I don't know, it could have been, for all I know, it could have been 3 days before the rapturous storm came. Thunder before lightning, before rain. Fashion tinfoil leviathans chasing a fire-breathing dragon. I don't like my room a bit. The shadows carved by the fire pit keep scaring me and I'm feeling sensitive. The shadows watch my every move. Anxiety is what they have given me. I've taken comfort in the crystal. Methinks I've fooled the enemy. They can't see me through the smog, the dope releasing my dopamine. Pleasure takes control of the will. I become a whore for the field. While faith's on his knees, searching for God, studying in the backseat. Straight A's at the top of my class, don't care about legality. Inhale white smoke, create and exhale new demons. Duality at its worst, prepare to punish you heathens. Fireball call, slipping and sliding, sleeping on sofas, curtains start to open, hell tries to come over. The fireball caught wind of the rumors from the rain that have been moving mountains and rivers like cocaine. Feel the wrath and feel the heat, the sunset shines, the shadows are pointing. Feel your stares as judgment's done. They say you are not invited when kingdom comes. Cry a little, plead a little, cry a lot. One more chance, please, oh God. I get an answer as the sun starts to shine. The shadows say your body is not yours. Your body is now mine. I overdose. Like Novocaine and too much anesthesia, I wake up with complete and total amnesia. The next one's called 678, and it's after the overdose, where I had amnesia for a little while. And yeah, trying looking for answers. Lost time as my overthinking mind wonders what answers it could find in a sea full of faces to a question asked, disguised. Like, why do colorful rainbows caress my moon? Or why does the sun slowly set inside my soul? Follow the path marked by her spine. I've chosen my successor, says the sun soundly, lost a silent soul searching for serenity, while slithering slightly southbound from its soma. Solution? Serve your servitude, start service to self, sincerely serenade and pacify your essence. Seek scintillation akin to stars, uncoiling the serpent along your spine. Sacred energy once again return to the sea of the soul. Once that's dead, the deliverance can begin. Fingers giving birth to sentient shadows when the sun hits 154. The glaring plasma ball waiting for you to deliver its offspring to its door. The heat of the labor so intense, beads of sweat sprinting out of you. Breathing like a laborer at labor as your waters end up breaking through, adding to the rising sea levels. Everyone you see becomes your midwife, showing you what to do, how to lift your finger, sending it up to the sun. A newborn star up to the sun. Bow, for you have created the star. I want to be a star. My mother once asked me what I'd like to be when I grow up. With dreams of becoming famous, I replied, I want to be a star. We both laughed. But only now do I realize that hers were coy. You know, she knew the truth. She wouldn't be able to have me forever. I miss my mum. The sun and the moon are my parents now. The sun, my dad, the moon, my mum. Believe me, I found it a shock too. They took, during lockdown, they took this time to make themselves known, taking time from their busy schedules to spend some time with me. At the beginning, they were with me in equal amounts.
You got it.
In the beginning, they were with me in equal amounts. In the summer, the moon was always busy. Sun and I spent time roaming the city, casting shadows, shining lights on plants and watching them grow. We talk sometimes, but I always look down, never meeting his gaze. Right now, the sun is ephemeral. Moon and I spend nights playing hide and seek. We talk a lot, loads of eye contact. I couldn't do that with the sun. But I have a small suspicion she has a side which she wants to hide from me. I don't have a home to call my own. And if I'm homeless, does that mean I'm homeless? Or will the earth be my home and will the sun and the moon keep me company? I try not to cry, asking myself if big boys won't cry. The shadows carry my throne casket, asking for permission to take me away. The very life I'm living is putting them at risk, leading them astray, putting them at risk. What about me? The only way to find this peace, the only way to end this war inside of me, the only way is to kill. No, I won't let them. I'll reclaim what's mine. But what am I? I'll try to fight the future. Square up, one-on-one. My tears will be my ammo. My mouth will be the gun. I'll shout away the insanity. I'll melt away the sun. I'll do what I have to do. I promise me this. I'll inherit my birthright. Big boys cry. I ask the cloudless night skies as it rains back down on me, masking away my tears way better than my autumn could. As I aimlessly walk these London streets. As I aimlessly walk these London streets. As I aimlessly walk these London streets, concrete feeling foreign to my feet, the roads are playing charades with me. Ripped up sneakers are talking, but they refuse to talk back to me. I'm not acting out, I'm not playing the game. Bottled up emotions exploding, taking center stage, holding rationality hostage. I just want to talk. Big boys cry and I just want to talk. I don't want to become a number. I just want to talk. Thank you. So I created that. I carved it out and everything.
Yeah, come on, show them. Come on.
During I think while having a full psychotic breakdown. So he's called Psychosis. And he wants to do a little poem. He's telling me to do the voice. Okay, so it's called Psychosis, and it's psychosis. Where was I? Big boys cry. What about big boys weep? Big boys fly. Big boy go bye-bye when big boy dies. I'm called Psychosis, I'll be your tour guide today. Follow me, friend, and please don't go astray. Tuck in your legs, turn off your brain. You won't want to remember what you see here today. You get that? Big boy? You get that? I'm talking to you, big boy. Big boy? Not this again. Trying to ignore me, you're gonna fail, my friend. My friend. Have you met my friend? He's hiding in the shadows, he's a creepy old friend. Look, 2 eyes and a mouth, there's my friend. Don't close your eyes, you can't escape, my friend. Can you hear him? He's in the wind, my friend. He's saying sweet nothings to get into your head. Don't put on earmuffs, you can't escape, my friend. Can you feel him? He just sat on your bed. The tremors and the shaking, that's him, my friend. He can taste the salt in the sweat that's rolling off your leg. Smell that hydrogen sulfide, that's rotten eggs, my friend. Damn, you turned off your senses. Well, that's no fun, my friend. But who cares? I'm Psychosis, I'm already in your head. Just remember that this is your consequence. I'll see you again when you slip up, my friend.
Huh?
How long?
Do you want another one, yeah? Yeah, another one. Yes. Yeah, go on. Just do one more.
I've got a long one. I'll do the long one. It's called Psychosis and Me.
That's it.
Fuck.
You got this.
Do I know it though?
You got it though.
I have that substance abuse type of autism, and abuse it I did. For 7 years I did. And this is where my story with Psychosis begins. Drugs, alcohol and benzos had me out like a light, only to be awoken by a shadow dancing atop a door handle. Though I took to my camera to document this mysterious sight, unbeknownst to me, I'd done the most unthinkable. Sharing the video with my family was difficult as what followed is what some may call an exorcism. Held down and read upon to rid the unseen from my seeing eyes, expectorated into them, which cemented this unwanted ritual. I've been cured, I think. The shadow has left my body, or so they tell me. I lay there sprawled out on the floor, sweat pouring out of my follicles, still in a haze, still for what seems like days. I open my eyes slowly. The shadows have congregated, taken form as the adornments to my curtain. They move in the wind like a sea of burgundy, pointing fingers at me, all of them, the whole community, pointing fingers at me. What have I done? They carry a small lifeless body across the top of my curtain, like a wave or a caterpillar, each dormant a different segment, taking turns to carry it. They lay the body at its resting place, at the coast, where my curtain meets the bracket. The sun rising, the females crying, and the males still pointing at me. A ray of light passes through the burial mound, lighting it ablaze, like a Viking's funeral. And I mourn for the shadow, as if it were kin. Or was it my sanity being cremated? And instead of trying to rescue it, I let it be incinerated. That was my first experience with psychosis. It wasn't another bad trip, it wasn't my mind being creative. My brain presented me with a false sense of reality, and I lapped it up, inviting it to become my truth. When psychosis first took out a room reservation in a corner of my mind, his card bounced, and I tried to kick him out. Not before he made garments of my secrets, wore them, parading them out as he left. Coming clean up on my drug use to my mum was met with a single word: crazy. My heart sparing returned only with labels. I was made to feel less than. So guess what? I paid it forward, bought more drugs and let psychosis stay for free. Comped his room, upgraded even, made it ever so cozy, hoping he'd never leave. But at what cost? I got numb. Psychosis infestors. It evolves akin to a metaphysical virus, created layered unreal realities. Under its distortion, sunlight became kaleidoscopic sniper rays aimed at my head. The clouds became cauldrons of boiling water vapor, threatening to spill out into chasing dragons that I was still chasing. The sky rippled in echoes. Walls would breathe and twist like the coiled snakes trying to untangle my reality. I became a shell, a skinwalker wearing mixed realities, acting out mismatched storylines. And with every conversation and interaction I had, I knew that they knew that I was still using, but angry grunts or sighs couldn't pierce this resolve that I'd made to harm, in extension, protect myself. So I'm not gonna finish this poem.
You got this. You got this.
So, my battle with psychosis took on new forms. So my battle with psychosis took on new forms. I could no longer rely on my senses to tell me what was real. I could barely trust the hairs that were growing through my skin. I felt ensnared like a puppet tangled on countless strings of delusion, while at the same time halted by the thought that perhaps I were the puppeteer, orchestrating my own descent. A string does go both ways. Had my body become a playground from a mind-made game now seeking rules, I created the first player RPG. And to complete this game, I had to exit life. But that was okay. A psychosis said it was okay. Fine, perfectly safe. Psychosis got a bit too comfortable in my house. And when something becomes too comfortable, something is bound to change. I had to ask myself a challenging question. What was I afraid of? And the first thing that came to mind was healing fully. I was afraid of healing fully. Unpacking that took me back to the first time, when I was labeled crazy, when I was exorcised, when I killed the shadow. I was chasing psychosis so that I could apologize to the unseen. It was the reason that months blurred into years. My resistance to recovery morphed into a wary submission. It took 7 years out of my life, 7 years of active addiction, 7 years of snorting, smoking, injecting, 7 years of being afraid to look people in the eye, afraid of an illusion, afraid of reality that I'd forced into distortion. It was then that I attempted rehab, skeptical of its efficacy. And there I became a mere tally mark on their clipboards, a number that they'd soon add onto their website to advertise their supposed expertise in the subject. When 85% of people relapse within a year, most of them weeks, they weren't fooling me into fake recovery. My every action need not be scrutinized in code. And when I spoke of my dreams, they tried to crush them. They said an addict has no dreams. only sober people can dream. So I'd be lying if I said I got clean for myself, when in actuality I got clean despite the rehab. I got clean despite myself. You know, spite is a greater motivator than want. So that's what I did. That's the goal that I set myself. Not to be the best me that I could be, not to be sober, but to dream. And I did. I had a dream. It's the direct opposite of psychosis, and it illuminates, and to this day I still remember it. A dunya dawa hospital became my call to recovery. It's a Somali proverb my mother would always say, whenever I thought the world was not worth living in, whenever she soothed me to sleep after countless hospital visits. It means the world is like a shadow. In the morning it turns forward in one direction, in the evening the opposite, it's changed. And with the root cause of my psychosis being the shadows, it was like an epiphany. There I started to write, to paint, to create. And on that morning I wrote, what's a butterfly without that lifeless cocoon? Psychosis isn't the only thing that can evolve. Dreams do too. And as shadows give way to stars, I too can evolve. From the depths of psychosis, whatever it is you see here today. Thank you.